Level 1A, lateral flexion. So what is lateral flexion? Lateral flexion is when we bring the horse's head around to our knee when we're riding. So they have their hips in back, their shoulders in front, and their head in very front. And then we bend that head around toward us when we're sitting on them. So when we bring a horse into that shape, it causes a bend in their body. And that's important because when a horse is going to do anything that's going to make us fall off, usually like bucking, rearing, bolting, hopping, all of those need a lot of power in the horse's body, which comes from them being straight. When they're in line, that horse has a lot of power in their body, and it causes them to be able to rear, buck, bolt, all sorts of things. So when we cause a bend, they actually can't do those things, or they can't do it as well. They can mostly only just run in a little circle. So it's our safety brake in order to keep us safe, because horses do get scared and there is a risk of them getting spooked. And this is our go-to method. So if your horse starts to get nervous, if they start spooking, you want to bring that head around to your leg. Now, we can't always just do this on any random horse. They will resist sometimes. So we need to put in a ton of practice so the horse knows it and that you know it. You need to know the exact motion and have it so subconscious that you can just reach down and pull their head in an emergency without thinking, because it happens so fast. We have to be a little careful when doing lateral flexion because they use it to flip horses in the movies. They take the rein, they pull it towards themselves and over the horse's neck. So we don't ever want to cross the horse's neck. That could cause the horse to trip and fall because they lose their balance, but we're bringing it around to our leg. Sometimes we can bring it up and then up to our belly button. So yes, I'm going to give you a few tips to do when the horse gets stuck at lateral flexion. So lateral flexion, the steps of getting it with the horse is we're going to lift the rein, then we're going to slide down, and we're going to slowly lift that rein or take it to an outward pressure, out or up, but we're not going to pull it back towards ourselves. That's going to cause the horse to brace. So we're going to lift it up or out, and we're just going to wait and see if they follow the halter. The point isn't just to force their head, it's to get their brain to connect and follow the rein. So we're going to get them to follow it, and then once they start following it, you're just going to slowly guide them to your leg. If they get stuck, then what you can do, there are a few things. I want you to sit there and wait for a second and make sure that they are stuck. Sometimes they need to think about it, so you're going to count a few seconds, make sure you're not pulling and just seeing if they'll follow. If they don't follow, then you're going to push yourself deep into your saddle. Make sure your legs are relaxed. You're not squeezing them. You're not causing a different blockage in their body. You're just relaxed. You push, and you don't have to pull or anything, so your arm shouldn't get too tired. It's just going to get tired of holding itself up, but it's not pulling against her. If she still doesn't go, then sometimes I'll redo it. I'll lift and slide down again and see if she'll follow. Or you can slowly start closing your fingers to add more tension to that rein and have her follow it. So I would either go out or up and have her follow it. And then if she still is stuck and you're going against her and she's still stuck, then I might add my outside leg and push her into my hand that has the rein. So I'm pulling her this way and I'm pushing her with my leg on the other side. And I'll push her with my foot or wiggle my foot and just get her to follow it. If that still doesn't work, you could probably squeeze. But the point is, I want you to wait for her. The more we wait for her, the easier it'll be for her to get that block out. The more we force her, the longer it's going to take for her to release that block that she gets. That's why she has a block in the first place, is this forcing her. So if we can just wait and let her follow, that's going to fix the problem. We're going to use lateral flexion later to calm horses, but we also want it to be a trigger for them to calm down. So when you bring their head in, you want to wait for them to calm down. And when they calm down, you can release, and it will become a trigger for them. So every time you bring their head there, they start to just feel relaxed. To pass off level 1A, we just need to remember why lateral flexion is important. One, because it's our emergency brake, and it prevents a horse from being straight and having power in their body to make us fall off. Number 2, you'll be working on lateral flexion with Elise on the lunge line, and you'll learn more of how to execute it and do it properly.